Today I'm going to show how to apply the Sxth Element logo to an intercooler on a 2019 or newer Veloster N. The Veloster has a nice big grill that allows you to clearly see the intercooler. You can apply this logo at the time that you install your intercooler. I will have a link in the description to my Sxth intercooler install video. My wife hadn't made up her mind whether or not she wanted the logo on the intercooler when we were installing the intercooler. Since we decided to apply the logo after the install of the intercooler had been completed, we had to remove the front bumper again. This is an easy process, so I didn't mind taking it off again. To remove the bumper, I needed to get to the lower engine cover. I only needed to raise the car on one side to get to the engine cover. After the front bumper was removed, I measured the distance between the welds on each side of the intercooler. The measurement I got was 23.5 inches. I then grabbed the stencil that came with the intercooler and measured it. The measurement I got was 22 inches. This meant to center the stencil, I needed 3/4 of an inch from the stencil to each weld. I used a piece of blue painter's tape to make a line showing where 3/4 of an inch was. I made sure to double check my measurements. After I had my measurements, I placed the stencil on the intercooler. I lined up the ends of the stencil with the ends of each piece of the blue tape. I eyed the top and bottom where the stencil should be positioned. After I was satisfied with the placement, I taped the stencil to the intercooler. To apply the logo, I used gloss black Rust-Oleum spray paint. I would recommend regular paint over something like Plasti-Dip, since that product creates a rubber-like film that could impact the cooling of the intercooler. Shake the can well and apply 2 layers going from each angle. First pass, angle from left to right, and second pass, angle from right to left. You don't want any light spots in the stencil. Let the paint dry. Once the paint has had time to dry, remove the stencil. After I removed the stencil, I noticed I had some excess paint around each letter. I used a small amount of lacquer thinner and some Q-tips to clean away the excess paint. After I cleaned each spot with a Q-tip, I went back over some of the spots with a rag with a small amount of thinner on it. I used a clean part of the rag each time I used it to clean the intercooler. Once the cleaning was done, the letters looked nice and crisp. I reinstalled the bumper and checked out how the logo looked through the grill. Out in the sun, you could see the letters, but they were a bit difficult to see. You can tell the intercooler has letters on it, but they're not in your face. We may play with other colors soon. Please let me know what you think of how this turned out in the comments below. Also, let me know if this is something that you've done to your intercooler or plan to do. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content.